Okay. Hi, I'm Kayla Jacobs. I'm from Downers Grove, a suburb of Chicago. And for this presentation, the bag that I have chosen is my cheer bag from high school. Cheer was a huge factor in my life. I dedicated like 8 years of it. I was very avidly training for it, and I no longer do it because I don't know, like school is just a lot to focus on right now. And so the first item that I have in my bag is I'm gonna do this one. It is a Navy Sister sweatshirt. So my brother is currently enlisted in the Navy, and that was a big thing for my family to go through. This happened my junior year of high school. My dad was also in the military. He was a Marine, so we are kind of a military family. And it was just something that my parents and I had to grasp with and deal with. And it was just a big transition, them being the only child in the house, so that was definitely a huge factor in my life. And I don't get to see my brother as often anymore, but it has made us closer because we were never a close sibling relationship. But now whenever he gets the opportunity to come home, I definitely cherish it more often. So it's definitely changed me as a person having someone in the military. And so with that being said, I also have the tassel from high school graduation. While my brother did graduate, he never went to college, so I was the first kid in my family to go to college, so that was kind of a big deal for my parents. They hadn't really dealt with it yet themselves, having a child going into college. So they were very proud of me for getting into here at Illinois State, and my dad actually went here as well. So it was like really nice for him to see me go into his alma mater, and they're very encouraging of my studies. And my mom is a sixth grade teacher, and I'm going to be an elementary education teacher as well, so it's something we share in common. So that's very exciting and something I look forward to. My next thing, I kind of already talked about it. I have one of the cheer bows from high school, and as I said, I dedicated my entire high school career into it. I took so many private lessons. I did all-star cheerleading for a little bit, but unfortunately I broke my hand during one of the seasons, and I had lots of hardships and struggles, but cheer meant so much to me because it gave me like my second family. My teammates and I were just so close. I mean, we spent every day together for basically the entire school year, so we got really close, and it was just so nice to have the group of friends where you can go to under any circumstance, and they would completely understand because sometimes we were going through the same things. My next item, I don't know if you can tell, so this is a picture of me and some of my family friends in Arizona, and this mountain is called Daisy Mountain because there's, in the summer when it's really nice out, daisies cover the entire mountain. It's absolutely beautiful. And my entire dad's side of the family lives in Arizona, so every spring break or whenever we get the chance, really, we always travel to Arizona to visit the family, and hiking is something that we do like 2 or 3 times on the trip, and we're a very active and fit family, and I just love hiking absolutely so much, and Arizona is my favorite destination and that I've ever been to, and I hope to move out there one day because we don't have to deal with the cold weather that we do here in Illinois, so that would be amazing to not have to deal with it at some point. And it's also kind of sad because I don't get to see that side of my family as much, and I have like younger cousins out there, so I always get to see them grow and mature each time I go out there, so that's really exciting. And another picture that I have is my puppy dog, Gabe. He is a pit lab mix, and he just turned 4, and he is my entire life. I begged for a dog for 16 years of my life. I have always been an avid dog lover, and my parents never said, well, we had a dog, but they don't last, as you know. And so I never really got to know him, and I've always wanted one. And my senior year, the year before I leave for college, they finally decided to give in and get a dog, and he was supposed to be for me, but he loves me the least of the family, but that's okay because, you know, he's still a really good cuddle buddy, and I miss him dearly every time I'm home or away from home. And Yeah, he's my baby. I love him so much. And then lastly, I have a W flag. It's upside down. A W flag because I am a huge Cubs fan. And no, I'm not a bandwagon fan. I have loved them my entire life. Me and my mom are Cubs fans, but then my dad and my brother are Sox fans. So it's always been a huge deal and battle in my household. My dad would never let us go to Cubs games. We were only allowed to go to Sox games all throughout my life. But now these past 4 years, I usually go to about 4 or 5 games a year, and whenever we are in Arizona, we get to see a spring training game during spring break, so that's always really fun. And I went to the Cubs parade when they won the World Series, and that was amazing. And I was also a softball player all throughout, for about 10 years of my life. I was a travel softball player. I never did high school, so I connect with the sport really well, obviously, and I miss playing softball so much. Sometimes I'll still go to the batting cages, or I'll just play catch with my dad or my best friend who's also a softball player. And it was just also a big part of my life, and I was very active, so it's very strange coming here and not really being active in sports anymore. And so yeah, those were the 6 items in my culture bag, and thank you so much for watching this presentation.